So I wanted to react to this video from Eldre. The decline continues. Why my streams are falling in 2024. I saw him make a video about this. I don't know. Maybe I guess earlier, in the middle of last year. I guess now in middle of 2024. Oh, my streams are going down. I thought it was kind of weird. The video all around was a bit strange, I think. And I kind of want to watch this and see what he's talking about. Yeah, let's just see what he's saying.
I went from 200K on Spotify in 2019 to 25 million to 65 million, down to 45, and now 35 million in 2023. Does that mean next year I will be down another 10 million?
Maybe.
Yeah, I was kind of right. 10 million less to be exact. We got 26 million streams for the year of 2024. And to be quite honest with you guys, I'm feeling totally fine with it. Let me explain why.
That's good, man. That's good.
So every year with Spotify Wrapped, I usually do this video where I just kind of recap the year, tell you guys what I think
Flex on us who get like 10 plays on a beat tape.
happen and tell you guys what my plans are for the future. I wasn't going to do it this year, but I got this comment on Instagram that said, I thought you weren't going to post it because the streams were less. Please still do that yearly video you do. And I was like, you know what? You're right, bro. Because when I got my rap and I saw 26 million streams, I had no negative thoughts whatsoever because I guess I already knew it was coming. I didn't even really debate like, oh, should I post my rap? It's less than last year. Maybe in the past, like when I was really top of my game, this was something that worried me. But at this point, I'm not really tripping. This is kind of the first year where I saw the decline and I was like, okay. And there's a few reasons why. The first reason is I didn't have any viral songs this year, period.
True.
Like not one. Usually I might have at least one or two songs that kind of go viral on some kind of social media platform. Last year it was the Boondock song, but this year nothing. Two,
Yeah, that's how I found him, was like off some viral TikTok or something like that.
I think I only got into like one or two.
I think that's how
editorial
most
playlists
people
this
found
year.
him.
And I think it was just jazz vibes, honestly. I don't recall getting into any other big editorial playlists. So there's that. And the third and probably most important reason why I just did not care as much is because I kind of shift my focus a little bit this year. I still release music, but I kind of just did stuff that I was happy with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Instead of like just trying my best to chase the next viral thing or the next million streams or this or that, this year I really focused on just like getting inspired. So at the start of the year, I dropped Lo-Fi Champloo. At that time, I'm listening to a whole lot of Jay Dilla. I'm listening to a whole lot of old school hip hop. I was watching Samurai Champloo. The soundtrack was crazy. So I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, I'm really
awesome
liking this
soundtrack.
vibe. So I made a whole project about that and I had a blast, dude, just kind of taking that inspiration and making something that's kind of different than my other stuff. Did it go crazy? No, I mean, it did relatively okay, but nothing viral, nothing crazy, but I enjoyed it. I put it out on vinyl. I didn't even...
Like a few of those got like over 10,000, 100,000. Looked like that's pretty good, dude.
Sell out of the vinyl. I still have some vinyls up on my store, proudbyeldre.com.
Nice.
If you want to grab one, quick plug. I had a lot of fun making that and a lot of people did enjoy it. And the next major focus shift for me was I started to actually learn piano. Now granted, I haven't done a learning piano episode in a bit, but I promise you, before this year is over, I'm gonna pick it back up. I personally feel like if I don't pick
The best way to learn piano is to like learn songs that you like and want to play.
up piano this month, then it's over with. But no, because when I started learning piano, it kind of shifted everything for me. I started listening to a lot of ambient stuff, piano stuff, and I really fell in love with this. So I dropped a few ambient songs and I'm working on an ambient album right now, and that's been super fun. And then on top of that, as I was learning piano, I realized, bro, I'm always doing my flips, Steven Universe, Dear Guitar, Married Life, all these songs that are inspired by my favorite TV shows and movies. And I'm like, bro, now that I'm learning piano, I'm starting to feel more confidence and I really want to start pursuing whether it's film scoring or just in general getting more into that TV and movie realm, or just pushing really hard to get my songs into these things. I've done sync in the past, but it's always just been, you know, I did my thing online, agencies found me, reached out to me, and I had these opportunities here and there. But I've never been the one to actually make a reel and like start submitting to these things or whatever. Haven't done any of that, so that is something I'm really interested in pursuing. And then just another overall mental shift is I just look at numbers differently. Granted, for me, I'm about my money still. Like, that's something that I can never just let go of. So I made sure to like make my content, do my brand deals and all that kind of stuff. I still stayed on top of all of that. I lost 10 million streams this year compared to last year. I haven't finished all my finances for the year, but I'm like, I edged out last year as far as like the total amount of income I made this year versus last year. Didn't change. It even went a little higher because of certain things I did, certain things I focused on. So for me, as long as my money is good, I'm good. Granted, the streaming and all that kind of stuff is my first and top source of revenue and most consistent one at least. It's still a huge focus for me, but the exact numbers, I just don't obsess over it as much. Like if you were to compare my screen time of Spotify for artists this year versus last year, big difference, bro. I barely even check it. I barely check my monthly listeners anymore. At this point, I'm just focusing on getting better at making music, making fun stuff, and just putting stuff out whenever, however I want. I'm not worrying about editorial playlists anymore. Plus, I don't know what happened. You guys tell me, it could be a conspiracy or whatnot, but I have a slight suspicion that 90% of like the lo-fi editorial playlists have been like taken over by AI or something like
1000%, bro.
Like that. I don't know if it's facts, and if you're a curator watching this, no disrespect, but it definitely seems like with the introduction of AI and
curator
all that kind of
might
stuff,
be AI,
within
bro.
the instrumental space, it's just going to be harder and harder to get into these playlists because either the curators have been swapped out for AI, or people are just releasing AI music that's making it harder and harder for artists to get into these playlists. So Eldre conspiracy of the day, I don't know, but could be something. All that to say is I genuinely am at a place where my streaming numbers do not affect my mental health almost at all, okay? Almost at all.
Good.
And even social media.
He might be lying because he made a whole video about it.
TikTok, in the dumps, don't even care about it anymore. My main platform right now is Instagram and Threads. Those are where I'm seeing consistent numbers on. Those are what I'm just putting my time and effort into. And TikTok might be getting banned anyway, so it is what it is. Yeah. All that aside though, at the end of the day, and I know a lot of people watching this right now will agree, 26 million streams, that's pretty sick. That's such a huge number. Yeah, I'm still very happy with it. And to be totally honest with you, I guess another thing that made me satisfied with that number is the fact that it is that high. And I didn't have any viral songs this year. So I personally feel like right now I'm just kind of at like a plateaued level where it's like,
starting today, anyone can monetize with ads. As part of the all-new Beehive ad network, thousands of newsletters.
Shout out to my catalog is everything, guys. So I'm still able to kind of eat, pay rent, and this and that off of my catalog while working on music that I just enjoy and just hope for the best with that stuff. So hopefully my catalog continues to feed me for as long as possible while I kind of explore this other type of music that I want to make. Now, if you're looking for tips or anything to see how I can help you, all I can say is times are changing, content is king, and in today's day and age, you can't rely on playlists anymore, but you can still go viral. Even if TikTok gets banned, Instagram Reels, you can go viral on there just like any other platform. A lot of people are doing it. I've seen it happen. My main focus is for next year, probably just gonna be to continue kind of having fun. Like I said, I'm gonna drop an ambient album. I'm gonna drop more collaborations and stuff like that. And in all honesty, I'm just gonna keep doing my best to find ways to make money outside of streams. That's what it's always been about. You never want to rely on the streaming as the main source of revenue, because I'd say I won the lottery with like a lot of my songs. That's something that has to happen in order for you to
It could
really
be a lot of people are just like moving away from just streaming in general too, you know?
Be stable living off of music. So while I'm having fun making music and stuff like that, I'm just gonna be, you know, dropping sample packs, continuing with the content, long form YouTube videos. Maybe I'll start a podcast. I have no idea, because another thing I realize is I change my mind every fucking week, dog. Every other week, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start doing this style of content. All right, I'm not feeling that anymore. Now I'm gonna start doing this. That's just me. That's just life. And I feel like a lot of people can.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like yeah, as a creative, you shouldn't box yourself in, dude, at all, you know?
Relate with that. So don't try to box yourself in. Just do you. Do whatever you can and be consistent with it. That's really all I can say, and that's all I'm gonna do, bro. Might as well be back at square one. I'm just gonna keep doing me, being as consistent as possible.
I mean, shit, dude, 26 million streams is like a really nice square one, you know?
and hoping for the best, bro. That's all we can do. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you and myself with this final message. You got this no matter what. Look back on the year and be satisfied with
thanks,
what
man.
you've done, and be
Thanks.
hopeful for what you can do in the future.
I
Hopefully, Dre, 2025, Dre, you're probably about to be turning 28. You're getting up there. People are calling you Unc now. Hopefully, maybe you figured it out. But if
28.
not, just keep it going, bro. Keep it going. And the last thing, the last tip and the thing that I'm gonna be focusing on for 2025 is try my best to get direct contact with the fans, okay? The best number that I got from Spotify Rap, I'm the top artist for 3.68 thousand fans. That's nuts, right? You know, I would like to get a small percentage of that on a mailing list. If you like my music and you wanna be notified when I drop new music,
Yeah, see, and that's what's difficult with streaming services is like all those people, you don't really have access to them. You can't reach out, you know, send them merge drops or whatever the fuck else you got going on. It's kind of like they're just there, and like you really have to do stuff like this, you know what I mean, to really get people to, I mean, in this case, sign up to his email list. Yeah, dude. It's good that he kind of diversified early on. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to rely on just streams and stuff like that. And a cool thing about him is that he, even as a producer, like the route he took was like pretty different compared to like a lot of other people who, you know, probably choose to like sell type beats or whatever. You know, he kind of positioned himself as a producer and a artist almost, you know. And yeah, he's got some good shit going on. He's, you know, getting brand deals and stuff like that. I think he got a brand deal with Ableton for the little push thing or whatever it's called. So yeah, he's probably doing pretty decent, bro. And yeah, 26 million streams, man. That's amazing, dude. Congrats, seriously.